Again, this session is called Polish Your Professional Profile. We're going to be talking about LinkedIn and how to leverage it. How many of you guys are currently on LinkedIn? How many of you guys use LinkedIn every single day? Every other day? Okay. All right. So we're going to see if we can get you guys using it multiple times per day, if not multiple times per week. But before we get started, I just want to acknowledge some of our senior managers. Kyle, can you raise your hand? Can we give a clap, y'all? Mr. Derek Dingle right here, who's the editor-in-chief of Black Enterprise. Renaa Daniels right here. She's one of our salespeople. Yolanda Cook. Yolanda, she's our chief of staff. She's saying hi. And we have Fabiola over here, who's also one of our salespeople. Want to make sure I didn't miss anyone. All right, guys, so again, this is all about polishing your professional profile, and the platform that we're talking about today is LinkedIn. So the first thing is, what's LinkedIn? LinkedIn is a social networking site designed for business professionals. Several reasons to use LinkedIn. I've outlined 5. They include reconnect, so you can reconnect with people you worked with previously. You can reconnect with your neighbors, things of that nature. You can get found by recruiters. You can also network and connect with your peers. You can also publish your knowledge using the blogging platform LinkedIn Pulse. And you can apply for jobs right through LinkedIn. So hey, look at me, this is my profile. So when we say optimize your profile, what we mean is using keywords so that when recruiters or people are looking for you or things related to your industry, you come up in the feed. So the first thing says that I'm an actress, social media manager, and cannabis editor for Black Enterprise. So if people are looking for cannabis information, they know they can type that in the search, and I would be one of the profiles that comes up. If they're looking for someone to talk about social media, that profile as well is going to come up. So you want to use rich keywords that really showcase and highlight the industries that you work in, some of the hobbies that might also turn into side hustles, because all of those things will help you rank higher, help you get found also in Google. So, a couple of tips. Complete your profile. Include your industry, your location, and a minimum of 3 skills, plus your current position. And you don't want to leave any blank spaces or obvious gaps. Just fill it out as completely as you can. 2, you want to create a vanity URL. Instead of having that URL that has like a million other numbers and letters and things of that, you want to go ahead and put your name in it. It makes yourself SEO friendly, and it's very easy to find you. 3rd, get written recommendations. Reach out to former professors, employers, and colleagues for those recommendations. Those can lead to new business and career opportunities. Shout out to some of my recommendations. All of this helps you rank higher, and it also helps solidify you as a thought leader as well as improve your credibility. So if you say you work in XYZ space, if you don't have any recommendations, it's really hard to prove it. When you have recommendations and people are giving you props for the work that you've done, it's so much easier to reach out to people via email or send a note and say, hey, I'm just pitching myself. I see you do X, Y, and Z. I do that as well, and you can check out some of my recommendations on my page. Skills and endorsements. You always want to make sure that you are updating your profile. I probably update my profile at least 3 times a week, and that could be anything from what I'm working on to other people's content that's related to my industry, as well as projects and things that I'm working on. Again, all of that stuff that people see coming through your feed, when they keep seeing consistently that you work in technology, that you work in coding, that you are publishing content related to that, if you're in groups and you're talking about that, people start recognizing you as a thought leader and someone credible worth following. The more you put that content out there, when you show up in their feed and it goes, hey, do you want to recommend Todd for skills for blogging, they will click that because they've been following your profile and they're seeing the content and the information that you're putting up there. So it's very important that you update your profile regularly. That doesn't mean you have to create original content, but you do want to be sharing things, asking questions that are related to your industry or related to your hobbies. Going back to that rich content. So rich content is photos, infographics, which do very, very well on LinkedIn. eBooks, any portfolios or projects that you may have done in the past, you can also upload that. If you have something that you can use on SlideShare, You can do that. These are all great ways to engage your audience. And if you can show it visually, display it. A lot of you guys work in coding, some of you guys are designers, and you guys could be making money and getting some job opportunities right now if you just upload some of the work that you're currently doing. It's very common for someone to reach out to you and say, hey, we're looking for a consultant on XYZ project, and I saw that your profile, you're working on X, Y, and Z. We'd love to talk more. So use it as an opportunity to highlight all of the things that you're working on, projects, infographics, anything that you've done, anything that's related to your industry, anything that's a little bit more than just some text, also helps to declutter you. You stand out a lot more in the news feed when there's a picture or a GIF or a video as opposed to just written text. So make sure you use rich content. If you were to go to my LinkedIn profile right now and you clicked on this document here, would open up a whole spread of different graphics that I've created, projects that I've done related to social media. Now, when you start talking about building a following on LinkedIn, you always want to offer value. Don't be a troll. Don't sit there and ask people for, you know, can you hook me up with so-and-so when you just met them. Always offer value, value, value first. It makes people more receptive to you when you do ask them for a recommendation, when you do ask them to be put in touch with someone that they know. So offer value. You guys have a lot of skills. You guys have a lot of talent. So share that. If you're not sure what to share, ask yourself a couple of questions. What do I have to offer? What makes me unique? Never be afraid to show your uniqueness. That really helps you stand out from the crowd, and people really will rally behind you when they know you're not just like the other 55 people that they're already following saying the same thing. So make sure you share your uniqueness, share the fun things that you're doing that may not be solely related to your industry. These are just some of the groups that I am in. I went to school for merchandising, so I'm in a lot of fashion-related groups. I'm obviously in a lot of social media-related groups. And I'm also an actor, so I'm obviously in some acting-related groups. What I do in these groups is I ask questions. If it's about acting, we may be discussing a new project that's coming out. We may be talking about casting directors. If I'm in the Snapchat network, we may be just discussing what's new with Snapchat, what changes has happened, or we're just really helping each other to grow and build. So sometimes it's really about coming in there and just getting questions answered that you might have. But you build a good following because you are opening yourself up. You're in groups that are related to your industry, but again, you're providing value. You're asking questions, you're answering questions. So I always say, try to start out with about 3 to 5 groups. It's really easy to manage. Check in once or twice a day, and you want to go in at least a minimum of 5 times a week because you want to start being recognized. You want to start being seen. And you'll see as you progress in doing this that people will start reaching out to you. They'll start adding you. They'll start saying, oh, well, I know he talked about X, Y, and Z last time. Let's see if he's interested in this topic. So you want to make sure you're giving value and you have a presence so that people even think to address you. Also, you can publish blog posts using LinkedIn posts. Does anyone use LinkedIn posts? You use LinkedIn posts? You use LinkedIn posts? Awesome. Nathaniel, I know you use LinkedIn posts. So LinkedIn Posts is a publishing platform that LinkedIn set up. The benefit of LinkedIn Posts is that you don't have to set up any blogging software. You can use their network right there. You can upload videos. You can copy and paste things that you've already done. And it helps you build credibility. And published posts are also shared to your network. So they automatically will be shared to people that are already following you. And people who are not following you can also see your posts, and that also helps you build your thought leadership, build more credibility, and it also helps you build your influence further. So these are just some of my recent LinkedIn Pulse pieces. So of course, talking about cannabis, because I write about cannabis. I'm talking about PR. I went to Africa earlier this year, so I'm interviewing one of the professionals that I met there, et cetera. Now, what not to do on LinkedIn. Do not connect with someone immediately and then ask to be introduced to someone else that they know. Again, you want to provide value up front. You know, you want to get to know these people. You want to nurture these relationships. If I connect with someone that's not in my immediate network, the first thing I do is I send them a tip or something helpful related to their industry, letting them know that I'm absolutely a resource. I'm someone that they can reach out to. And then they won't think that, okay, she's just trying to hit me up because I know the CFO of X, Y, and Z. She's here, she's giving me something that's useful, something that's of value, and people remember that. Never ask people beyond your friends or employers to endorse your skills. If I've never met you, don't hit me up saying, Sarita, can you endorse me for my blogging and for all this other stuff? I'm gonna be like, I don't know you. How do I know what you do? So make sure that the people who are endorsing you know you first. It's authentic, and you always wanna remain authentic. Don't send someone a connection invite and 3 days later, ask them about a job at their place of employment. Visit the job website first. Never, ever, ever, ever do that. It is a surefire way, one, of that person rejecting you, two, they absolutely will go to their HR and say, if so-and-so reach out to you, do not talk to them. And that's not what you're going for. You're trying to get a job. If you are doing an interview, you want to wait to the end of the interview process to connect on LinkedIn. Because if you get the job, now they're your coworkers. If you don't get the job, then at least they'll be able to be in your network. So you can just send a thank you so much. It was great, coming in and speaking with you guys. Hopefully we can work together one day in the future. At the end of the day, you want to get all of these people in your network. A couple of other resources. One, the alumni groups, and two, the LinkedIn Millennial app. So, if you're not a part of your school's alumni community, you definitely should get there immediately. It's full of discussions, members, and job opportunities. It's also a great place if you're not using LinkedIn. If you're not comfortable using LinkedIn, you might be a lot more comfortable using it because you're in with your group. You're in there with your peers and people who went to your school. You can also find other jobs and other networking opportunities. Also, with LinkedIn Alumni, it also will tell you where people that went to your school, where they're working, where they live, and a lot of other rich information. So if you're looking for an IT job in Detroit, you can actually use that tool to narrow that search, and you can find people that work in the field, that work in that city, in that state, and then you can shoot them an outreach message. And the benefit of that is really leveraging that alumni group is, hey, you can always start that message out, hey, I saw you went to X, Y, and Z, I'm going there now, I graduate in a few months, I'd really love to talk to you a little bit further about IT because that's the same field that I'm interested in. It makes it a lot easier when you're already in a community with people that have already done what you've done. And a lot of times you'll see people in there that you probably graduated before you, that you may have seen around on campus. So it's a really good way to connect. And it's very easy to connect that way if you're not actively using LinkedIn. So this is the university that I went to, Marymount University. And so again, you can see what career fields they're in, where they work, and there's a lot more information if you use this drop down. And none of these people are working in any of the fields that I went to school for. But it's just still a wonderful, wonderful resource. It's so easy to use. There's so much information there that you can get, and you can really build your network. So lastly is the LinkedIn Students app. There's over 40 million university students and recent grads that use LinkedIn. LinkedIn decided to build this app specifically for millennials because they are the most unemployed and or underemployed, and they needed something that was just really seamless and functional for them. This app kind of works like Tinder. Are you guys familiar with Tinder? Okay, so in that swipe up, yes or no, that's really how this app works. And you can find personalized job recommendations based on your major and university, suggestions for other alumni that you can connect with, and they also curate articles that are related to your job industry. So this app is called LinkedIn Students, and you can get that, and you can absolutely start there, start networking if you don't want to jump right into the full LinkedIn platform. And that is that. So I wanted to just do one thing. First, if there are any questions, just raise your hand. Two, myself and Nathaniel are in here, so if any of you guys want to talk to us and want us to help you with your LinkedIn profiles, optimizing, choosing pictures, and all those things, please reach out to us. We absolutely will throughout the duration of the conference. And if you have anything specific that you're trying to do, just let us know. We're here to help, and we definitely want to help you guys excel in your careers. So are there any questions? Fantastic. Oh, nope, you got one. What do you do?
What's a good way to come up to someone and ask them for their LinkedIn username?
If you're just coming up here, you can ask them just like that. Say, hey, this is why you're here. You're absolutely here to do that type of networking. So you just say, hey, I would love to connect with you on LinkedIn. No one should be turning you away. If someone turns you away, you're probably better off. But if you're in a situation like this is what this is for. You're here to network. You're here to take your careers to the next level. This is the playground for that. So you absolutely should have no problem just going up to someone and say, hey, I work in X, Y, and Z. I'm really interested in what it is that you're doing. I would love to connect with you on LinkedIn.
My question is, if you're going to someone on LinkedIn and doing a cold introduction, how would you recommend going about that?
Always offer value first. So if I'm going to do a cold introduction, then I'm always going to send someone something that's related to their industry. And it may not be something very specific, like, I saw that I saw that you worked in X, Y, and Z, and here's an article that I saw related to that. It might be that you heard that person on a podcast, and you're just saying, hey, I listened to you on X, Y, and Z podcast. Really like the information you shared. There was a point that you made here. Love to speak more about it. There is. Yes.
I had a question. How many people here are not on LinkedIn? They're not on LinkedIn.
Very good.
If they're not on LinkedIn, is like number one.
LinkedIn is number one.
If you're not on LinkedIn, you're not relevant. And so this is the industry. As soon as you give your name, they LinkedIn. I'm serious. That's
Yeah.
the first thing they do is say LinkedIn.
They check out that LinkedIn. They're doing their Googles, but they are looking. They're looking to see if you have a professional presence. And the benefit that you guys have is that you can get a leg up right now. You can start making money, doing some consulting. You can do a lot of this stuff now. You can start securing jobs right now, sharing the work that you've already done. You guys are here working on the hackathon. That'd be the first thing that I bottled and packaged up, and I put on LinkedIn immediately after this. There's so many opportunities that can come your way from doing it. So definitely share your projects, share your work, and get more active in this space. You don't have to just get on groups that are just related to your career, but you can get on groups that are related to some of your hobbies. If you're interested in gaming or something like that, it's absolutely perfect for you to go there, meet more like-minded people, because you never know where you will go. You never know who you'll meet just from that.
Can you explain there's the levels of the All-Star, and every time you add more information, that little temperature gauge that goes up?
Oh, yes. Well, yeah. So when you fill out your profile completely, they always say, fill out your profile completely and your profile level raises. So the highest you can get is All-Star, but I've noticed that it's never completely filled to the brim. But that really is just filling out all that basic information: name, location, putting a picture up, putting some skills up. So when we say optimize your profile, don't leave any gaps. Don't leave any gaps. You know where you live. You know what your major is, skills that you have, the places that you've worked. So just fill it out completely so that you can go ahead and rank high. The more people that you add in your network, that also helps you rank higher as well. So don't just add people willy-nilly. You want to be strategic about the people that you're adding. I mean, this is your space that you're letting people into. So, you want to make sure you're adding people that are relevant to the goals and the career things that you have set for yourself, so that it all makes sense. It's not Twitter. It's totally different. Again, this is for business professionals, so you want to just be very clear and conscious about who you're adding, who you're targeting, and who you also accept as well.
For a LinkedIn post, is it like send an update, or is it like an actual post?
It's both. It's just depending on what it is you want to do. So you can send just a regular update, or you can do a blog post using LinkedIn Pulse. You can also upload pictures, but when you open it up at the bottom, you can click and just choose what it is you want. So that could be text, it could be video, it could be a blog post in Pulse. It just depends, but it's almost set up kind of like Facebook. It gives you the prompts.
My next question, because I write blogs and Medium, but am I supposed to just take that with art?
You absolutely can. You can absolutely repurpose that there. Or if you want to build more of a following for your blogging on Medium, you could also just take a portion of it and at the bottom say, read the rest here. And that can go both ways. Our managing editor, Marianne, often tells us, don't just post it here, post it here, post it here, because everyone might not be coming to that space. If you already have built up a good following at Medium, there's no harm in just repurposing that there. Also, the benefit of repurposing that content and sometimes not doing original content is that you'll get statistics. You'll see who's viewing your post. You'll see you'll get a gauge of how many people viewed which post, so that'll also help you curate your content that you're producing better as well. So some content that you're doing on Medium that you may repost on LinkedIn may not do so well, but you'll start to see which ones are really hitting on LinkedIn versus the other platform.
This isn't so much of a question, but more of a statement or advice. I did do a lot of posting on LinkedIn before, and I wanted to warn everyone in the room not to use programs like Hootsuite or backup programs to post on LinkedIn because they do not connect and transfer over correctly. They end up going through some Owly, or do you know anything?
Yes, they do. I post specifically in LinkedIn. Also with Hootsuite, there's always that reauthorization thing that is very frustrating. Again, this is not Twitter. It's not like Instagram. You're not updating it 20, 30 times a day. You really want to be intentional with what you're posting there, because again, this is about your business, this is about your career. But yeah, those are little nuances. I definitely just post straight through the platform versus a Hootsuite or another third-party scheduler.
I just wanted to know what's your name.
I'll be here.
Darian Wonswell.
Nice to meet you, man. That's how it's done.
And I hope y'all will connect on LinkedIn after this. I mean, hello. And Renard Daniels. Oh, yeah. And you all can also connect with Renard Daniels on LinkedIn. That's what she just came up here and whispered in my ear. So if anyone is interested in working in sales, please connect with her, Renard Daniels. Wave your hand again. Everyone see. There you go. Absolutely. We have two groups. We have our overall Black Enterprise group, and then we also have our BE Modern Man group. We launched an initiative earlier last year called BE Modern Man, where we celebrate everyday men of color. Our tagline is it's our normal to be extraordinary. So that group is exclusively for men. So if you guys want to join that group, you absolutely can. That's called BE Modern Man. And again, our overall group is Black Enterprise.
So that way we can find everyone. Do you have one specifically gearing towards tech?
No.
So if you did that, then all the people here,
Yes.
we can find each other.
But Nathaniel and our technology editor, Samara, have something new up their sleeve that they're working on. So you guys just stay posted in your emails, and we'll keep you guys updated on when that launches. Are there any other questions? Okay, I just want to thank you guys again for your time. We're so excited to have you. And again, I just want to thank our sponsor for this, which was Lockheed Martin. You guys, go back to hacking. We're going to transition, and we're going to come back up here in a couple of minutes and talk to you about getting your LinkedIn headshots done.